Good morning, America. My name is Danny. I'm a 49-year-old American. This is my show, Danny's Pit. It's not for children, so if you're under the age of 18, it's not for you. If I could get you to hit like, subscribe, and share, please. Become a Pit member. I got perks. I got free giveaways. I pay for shipping. It's all out of appreciation. And if I could get you to follow me on the other platforms, like if you watch me on TikTok, follow me on YouTube. On YouTube, you follow me on TikTok. Just sub up. You don't ever have to go back to YouTube again. I know a lot of people are kind of over YouTube, and I can understand why, but it would really help out my channel and brand. I grow, you grow, we grow. So that's pretty much it. Topic of today's pit will be undeserving of the badge. Now, I've said a lot of times here on the pit that when I was a kid, around like 84, when Lethal Weapon came out, I wanted to be a cop. I mean, that was it. I wanted to be a narco. I wanted to be a cop. I wanted to be undercover. I went so far as even went to a gun show with my dad, and he bought me the exact gun that Riggs carries in Lethal Weapon, which is a Beretta 92 FS, which was ironically the weapon I used in my when I got busted. So, you know, well, anyways. So, undeserving of the badge, though. I got this clip just this morning, it just made me sick, and there's so much I could be talking about right now with Camilla and the recordings and the fake ass phone calls and Joe Biden coming out of like Charlie's Angels out of nowhere, his voice, and there's a slew of stuff I could be talking about this morning that is pertinent for today, but this is pertinent forever. You know, this is a problem we have. We have a lot of guys, and I back the blue, by the way. I've got family members that I love very, very much that are in law enforcement. So I have no problem with cops or law enforcement or anything. I'm one of the few guys that was in county jail who admitted, well, you know, they didn't exactly come and pull me off my couch and arrest me. You know, I was out doing mess and I got mess, and that's what happened, right? So anyway, it would appear on July 6th of this year, the police were dispatched to the residence of a woman by the name of Sonya Massey. She called the cops because she reported a prowler, you know, some kind of burglar in the neighborhood. Now, look for this video when you're done. I don't do the side-by-side thing because I like for you guys to watch it, come up with it. And you've probably already seen it anyway, so you don't need to hear me talk about it, but, you know, and show it to you, but I will talk about it. She reported a prowler, and let's just cut to the chase, ended up shot to death in her kitchen over a boiling pot of, I guess, pasta. Okay, so the cops come in. The one cop's got like attitude right away. He's what I tell my wife. He's a gun thumper, or, you know, a badge thumper. You know, he's Barney Fife with the one bullet in his pocket. You know, and he's got attitude from the get-go. And they're looking for her ID, and at some point, I don't know if she asked him or he mentioned to her about getting that pot off the heat. So she goes over to the kitchen to move it. And as she's doing it, she says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. I rebuke you. And the cop says, don't do that. He literally says, I will blow your effing face off. Do not say, you know, whatever. And then next thing you know, pop, 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 pop. Just, they unalived her. Correct me if I'm wrong in comments, and drop comments on this. Her hands were empty. All she had was a pair of pot holders. He's trying to say, look at this hot water on the ground. It almost got to us. She's an elderly, older lady who, even if she wanted to heft that big old pot of hot water on the cop, she couldn't do it, probably. I mean, just muscularly, she could not do it. And there's no point. She'd been cooperating the whole time. So, but as soon as she says, I rebuke you in the name of Christ, I guess the demon that resided in that guy spoke through the firearm. And killed her, and all because she called them. That's why I say undeserving of the badge. I have a real strong feeling why I know that God put me on a different path than to become a police officer. I'm not sure what exactly that is yet. Maybe I can do more good this way than out there with a badge, because there's certain scenarios that I know that if I were to respond to, I used to be an EMT, so I responded to stuff, but it's not on the law enforcement side, but I used to drive an ambulance, EMT. So anyways, I was going to show the card, but never mind. Anyways, you know, it's always scary and it's always whatever, but this wasn't even close to that. And you show up to these things and you don't know what to expect. But, let me get back to the point of this, which is, that guy should have never had a badge. And I hope he gets life in prison. I really do, because they murdered that woman. They murdered her, and she even said, "I'm sorry." Like, I'm sorry for saying that, with her hands in the air, open and empty. I'm sorry for saying that. And he, I mean, unalives her, shot down like a dog in your own kitchen, and you called the cops. Oh, that's what I was going to say. God would not allow me to have a badge. Because some of these calls that I used to go on as an EMT, I'm thinking, man, if I was a cop, I'd put that guy's head right through that drywall, for doing that to his wife. I seen a woman there with, the raccoon eyes and crooked nose, and we had to bandage her. The whole time we were doing that, though, I was staring at the husband who was talking to the cop, and it looked like he was going to get away with it because he knew the cop. But, man, if I had been a cop, I would have probably lost my badge that day. There's other scenarios involving maybe the hurting of children. I ain't gonna let you play. I ain't gonna let you get to court. And maybe God saw that, and that's why I'm doing a pit instead of riding around in a police car. Who knows? But let me know what you think. I'm gonna keep this short. This was horrible. This is absolutely disgusting. And like I said, there's all kinds of salacious headlines I could choose from this morning, but this one struck my heart. And I've said before, don't trust your heart, but in this regard, I'm saying this one struck me emotionally. I feel bad that, 5 minutes before, they're just talking. And then she rebukes him in the name of Christ, and he unloads his gun on her. What do you think? Leave comments. Let me know. It's just disgusting, man. It's totally disgusting. I don't like it. Of course, the undeserving victim was a American of African descent. And the cop that unalived her was some white guy. So, who knows? I won't put anything past anybody at this point, especially after that attempt on Trump. I almost said Reagan, but on Trump. I wouldn't put anything past anybody at this point. So anyway, drop some comments. Let me know what you think. Stay vigilant, America. Keep looking forward, but once in a while look behind you. And be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Your every move around a cop nowadays, be very careful. If I get pulled over, I just give my ID. Whatever they want to see. If they need me to step out of the car, I do, which has happened, felony stop, but nothing came of it. Cooperate. But this lady was cooperating, and this still happened to her. So anyway, kind of hate to say this right after saying that, but, God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe, stay healthy, be safe, be healthy. Call someone you love. Go give someone you love a hug. Tomorrow's not promised. God bless these wonderful and beautiful United States of America that we are lucky as hell to be living in. Even when sugar honey iced tea like this goes down, hey, at the end of the day, enough people get together, they can have his badge and even have him behind bars. And that's kind of what I hope happens. So, pit members, if you stay to the end, you rock. All the rest of you guys, sign up, sub up, become a pit member, and I'll be back should YouTube allow it. So until that time comes, stay tuned, my friends. I will be back if they let me, like I just said. Anyway, thank you. Bye.